Hampshire County, West Virginia middle school students recently received a lesson on how to manage a household budget that featured some words of wisdom from none other than the state's budget guru himself, West Virginia State Treasurer John Purdue. I'm Greg Larry for HampshireReview.com. The class, known as the Get a Life program, teaches 7th grade students the ABCs of how to balance a household budget. The program was held at Romeny Middle School on Thursday, February 24th, and then at Capon Bridge Middle School on Friday. The program gives each student an income level. Then the students have to go to a series of tables set up where they have to obtain a home, car, insurance, utilities, health care, and more. The Get a Life simulation is part of a state financial education initiative known as Net Worth. And I'm fortunate and pleased to have with me today the State Treasurer of West Virginia, John Purdue. John, how are you doing today?
Oh, good morning. It's great to be in Hampshire County in this eastern part of the state. Well, what I found out in this program, the Get a Life program, it's a hands-on approach. So they find out what their parents are going through and how to balance a real budget, how to write a check. They have to pay those bills on time, what a credit card's all about, and what interest on a credit card's all about. Because I learned as state treasurer, so many kids were coming out of a high school, couldn't balance the checkbook. They were going to college, and one of the first things they were doing is getting into credit card debt because they just turned 18. So then they find out all of a sudden they have their first foot in the grave of bankruptcy. You know, but everyone dreams about when they're in high school, I want to get that car. This is one of the first mistakes they make. They go out and buy a Hummer or a car that they don't really need. Then all of a sudden they realize, well, that broke down, I got to get it fixed. That's going to cost how much money? And then the insurance on that car is how much? And so then they soon find out why mom and dad is going through and trying to pay those bills every month, whether it's electric bills or the gas bills or the grocery bills or the car payment or the house payment. And then they find out what real life's all about. And that's why we call it the Get a Life program, a lifetime experience for them to prepare them for their future.
To make the simulation even more realistic, the kids are given a scenario for their make-believe lives, such as married with 3 children, or a single mom with 1 child, and other real-life situations.
It's really hard to keep up with everything and all the money, and I have a husband and 2 kids, and it's really hard to buy groceries for them. It's $550, and I had to go back and trade in my car because I was in the negatives. So
what do you think about this program? What have you learned this morning?
Well, you can't always get what you want. You have to get what you can earn.
Were you okay with balancing your budget so far this morning?
Yeah, I was good until I had to get insurance for my stuff.
I learned that it can be really hard trying to keep up with all the money and trying to buy everything, and you run out of money real easy when you try to buy a house and a car.
It's a lot harder than most people think it would be. You run out of money a lot faster than you think that you should.
Erica, what do you think? What have you learned so far this morning?
That it's hard and you lose money and I won't be able to go shopping a lot.
So you're on a tight budget already, huh?
Yes, I don't have any money left. I'm in the negatives.
Well, it's a pretty helpful program. It'll definitely help you, but it's pretty tough actually. Right now I'm running out of money. I'm getting pretty close.
Were you able to get your house and your car and those things?
Yeah, I was able to get my house, car, utilities.
At what point did you start running into trouble with your budget?
Once I bought utilities, I went over to insurance and I was looking at some of the stuff people were paying. I only have $300 left and people were paying stuff from $200 to $1,000.
Local business people and educators help with the class by working at the various tables. I'm here with Rod. Rod is working the station of Reality Realty.
Just seems that the girls like to come in and go for the nice house, the big yards and all that stuff, and the guys seem to be going for the little fixer-uppers. They know they can, with their budget, they can afford to fix it up on their own. And it's kind of a shock when you show them what their actual payments are going to be and they can't afford it. You can kind of see the blood drain out of their face. They realize they've got to cut back in some other areas.
A man dressed in black, known as the Green Reaper, represented the unknown budgetary events, whether good or bad, that happen in real life.
What I represent are the unexpected things that come along in life. You know, car breakdowns, appliances breakdown, family needs where you got to give money to family member weddings and take that. We're trying to teach the kids that you need to set money aside for and plan, because we all don't know what's going to happen. The kids can't look at, I've got $800 this week to spend, and spend $800. There's a $40 fine to the city for a parking fine.
We've all been there.
Yeah. Involved in an accident, you didn't have enough insurance to cover it, so you're going to have to pay an extra $230 a month for the next 2 months now to help cover that accident. Wind damage to your home. So there's some positive ones that are in here where they might win a lottery and get $100, where you had to take a sick puppy to the vet, and that's going to cost you $100. Your house sprung a leak and you had to go out and buy a shock vac to suck up the water, so that cost you $50.
These are real life things that you face, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Yep. So we're trying to get these experiences across to the kids to help them understand the things their parents go through too.